Started here. We are actually recording live right now, and we're live in our Facebook group. So that's super exciting. So other people can tune in that might have missed the link for whatever reason. And again, my name is Dave Dove, Executive Vice President of Sales here at rNetwork. I'm super excited to have the opportunity tonight to introduce to you our CEO of the company, Mr. Trent Walker. And before I do, again, just wanted to say thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And I'm super excited to have you here. We all are. And more importantly, I just want to kind of highlight one thing. I'm not going to steal any thunder from Trent by all means, because he's going to introduce Audra to you. But I just want to tell you three things about Audra that really actually struck me when I first got to meet her. Is first of all, wow. that's one word I could just describe her in, as wow. And I just have to tell you that first of all, she actually initially came into the office, and I come in the next day and there's paintings and we got stuff on the walls, and man, we've got feng shui happening. I mean, it's super exciting that she's come in and changed that aura, that positive aura. It's very exciting to see some of that. And then the last thing is she's our superwoman. And let me just tell you something, to have a executive, first of all, one of our executives of the company to be here and to have her background she has, it's super exciting. So again, without further ado, I just want to turn the time over to Mr. Trent Walker, our CEO. And Trent, are you there?
Of course I'm here, Dave. Of course I'm here.
There he is. All right.
Hey, everyone. What was that?
I said the time is yours, sir.
Okay, thank you. First of all, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. You know, tonight I'm going to spend most of the time talking about Audra and introducing her. I got a little clip to share with you guys. I believe it's been approved by Audra. If not, Audra, you're going to see it for the first time. But it is on her background. But before I get into to Audra, I want to talk a bit about who we are as an organization, which will set up the framework for Audra discussing how she understands our vision and our go forward. Her and I have spent countless hours in a room, so pulling and pushing on each other on how we move things forward and what the vision and the strategy is, and her really getting steeped in our network. So when we talk about who we are, before she jumps in, don't want to steal Audra's thunder at all, because she's going to go into this quite a bit, and how she understands the vision and the strategy of the organization and her commitment to the charter members. We really are a community of people that are looking to improve the quality of life and help people live their best quality of life. And when we look at the quality of life of an individual, we see it in four major cores, and that is health. So that's physical and mental, emotional, social, spiritual health. The wealth side, so financial well-being. For us, that is about budgeting and spending, emergency funds, financial consulting, insurance and benefits, big financial decisions in your life, and getting people fundamentally financially strong. I'm sure all of you would agree. If you have $10 million in the bank, but you're laying in a hospital bed, doesn't do a lot for you. Or if you're extremely healthy, you're physically healthy, you're mentally healthy, but you can't pay your bills, that becomes a problem. The last two, one of the last two, Audra is going to talk a bit about tonight, and that's personal development. I truly believe that people need to be working on themselves and spending some time in that core of their life to progress themselves. And the last one is business. And that's where Audra is going to talk a bit about tonight, of how we look at business and how we bifurcate business into two buckets. And that is how we work with small and medium-sized businesses and the quality products that we bring in the participation marketplace. But the second one is, how do we empower entrepreneurs like yourself to get out and give you the ability to be an entrepreneur and grow and create income? And that is really all about the services and the tools and everything that we provide, and an income potential for the charter members. So that's really the way we view the business. In other calls, if you guys have been on them, I typically spend a lot of time talking about vision and strategy and all of those things, but I don't want to do that tonight, because Audra is going to spend some time there on the way that she sees the same vision and strategy moving forward. I want to stop for a second and talk about what it means to be a COO. So you can start to be, as Audra goes through her background, and I play the video for you, and she talks about the vision and the strategy of the company and execution, and talks about personal development, why Audra is such an incredible COO for this company. COOs are really the yin to the CEO's yang. CEOs spend a lot of time and strategy, forward-looking, developing paths for a year, 2, 3 years out, and the COO's job is to sit there with the CEO and talk about that strategy and help define that strategy for the organization. And then once that strategy is set, to work cross-functionally within the organization to execute that strategy. A COO's job is to look after the entire organization from a execution and fundamental business perspective. Audra fits into this perfectly. You know, I've spent not only a lot of time prior to her taking the role with her, but also after she has taken the role. And I'll tell you, I've worked with executives from some of the largest organizations on the planet. We know who they are. I've said it multiple times. I don't just spend time there. And I feel blessed to have Audra as part of the company. Her impact, as Dave said, day one, she came in, she met the team, and literally the next day started making changes. She is an urgency towards action. She is task-oriented within a fundamental strategic plan. She lays the plan out and then drives action. Her ability to understand the people aspect of a business, and she'll talk about, I'm sure she'll talk a bit about that tonight, about how people, the charter members, and what we call corporate, make up everything we do. And understanding how to put those people in the appropriate seats for success, and then drive that plan forward. So, you know, understanding those elements of what a COO is supposed to be, understanding as you watch the reel that I'm about to play, and then as Audra talks, I'm sure you're going to reach the same conclusion I have, and that we searched long and hard, and we are really blessed and grateful to have Audra. We actually got lucky getting her aboard, but now we're here. And again, she is full tilt forward, sprinting. So I'm going to take a moment, because this video will do more justice than I ever could in words on Audra's background.
The 2020 World Summit brought together eminent intellectuals, media personalities, and business people from all over the world, in addition to political and religious figures who are accustomed to this great event.
Here's the amazing thing is that we were gifted a voice and the ability to have people follow us. But the voice that we possess is just the spark to progress. Just the spark. How many times have we stood behind this exact spot and given our heart and our soul, only to look back and see that nothing was done?
So before I turn it over to Audra, as you guys can see, she has spoke all over the world at economic summits. She has been a thought leader, an author. She may not share this, so Audra, I'm going to share it. Since 2006, she has come into 3,000 companies in some capacity or another and elevated them to success. The privilege is mine to turn it over to Audra.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Wow, I am so unbelievably humbled by this opportunity to spend time with everybody here. There are so many places that we could be, and we choose, and that is truly the word that I want us to think about, is we choose to be here together. There's a major holiday happening in India for all of my beautiful people celebrating the Festival of Lights. Raise your hand in the chat, be seen, and I am praying that you are just filled with light and the most amazing sweets ever. So thank you so much for joining us during your holiday season. And I am excited to just get started and really talk about what we're doing, why we're here, and why we all came to this moment in time. But I need you guys to commit to me. I am going to commit to give you all that I got, but I need you to commit to have a conversation with me. So we have got the most amazing team that's surrounding this event that is going to interact with you. And when we talk, when you hear something, I want you to react. I want you to have questions. We are building something amazing together. So let's make this a conversation. This is not me talking over here. No, I am talking with you, and we are going to build something so amazing, and I'm excited to get started. So I'm going to share my screen. So give me just a second. One moment. All right. Tell me that you can see my screen. Guys, that was a hint. That was the very first interaction where you guys should be commenting. Come on, say I see it, baby. All right. Let's get started. So I want to do a little bit of background about myself. This is always those awkward moments in life. I just want to say that the $5 I spent for the last two introductions was so worth every single penny. So let me give you a little additional details. So for me, I travel all over the world. I am the heart and the soul of entrepreneurship. I love it. It is my calling. My calling is to create legacies for others, and I do it with honor and every single day. I kick the covers off because it's the most exciting opportunity in the world. And I've been quoted many a times all over the world for this one thing, and that is that the only way to reboot and stabilize this economy is to embrace and empower and support the entrepreneur. Because you know what? They are agile and they can quickly affect their local communities. So if it's all right with you, I want to go back in time. Go back, and I want to introduce you to this really awkward, skinny, carrot top, freckly. Well, can I say that puberty just was not nice to me? I don't know about you guys. I hope you had a better luck with it than I did. If you guys had trouble and you were that awkward kid, could you just raise your hands? I just want to know that I'm not alone. Now, here's the crazy thing. Not only was I that carrot top redhead, but I also was always the new kid in school, always. And the reason that I was the new kid in school is because I actually went to 32 foster homes by the time I was 10. So I'm sure that you can imagine. I don't know how many of you guys have ever struggled with feeling invisible. Just maybe personally, maybe professionally, just that feeling of just, does anyone see me? Am I here? Well, imagine that I went into 32 different foster homes and I tried to be that perfect child. Every single time I went in, I tried to come and just be perfect and sweet and wonderful. And at the end of the day, they just didn't want me. And I thought, why? What am I doing wrong? I'm coming with my A game. Everything is on track, but it just didn't work out. Major struggle. Well, it's kind of interesting how life works. At 18, a letter came in the mail. So after all that struggle, finally getting adopted, 18 years old, a letter comes in the mail. And it was the state asking me if I wanted to sue them. And I was like, what are you talking about? Well, it turned out that they were actually using me as a foster test. If the home was amazing, I left and they got another child. And if the home was terrible, well, they were taken out of the system and I still moved on. You know, I want to start off this relationship because that's what we're doing right now. We're building a relationship together. And I want to say that I hope that this could serve as a lesson to all of us. And that is, no matter how well we show up, no matter how perfectly pointed our moral compass is, sometimes there are things happening that is out of our control. We just don't know. So I was faced with a decision. I had a choice. I had to choose to either let go or go down that path. Well, I'm going to warn you right now, this redhead is all natural. I am a stubborn redhead. And you know what I decided? I decided I will not give up that control to that darkness and go back in time when there was so much light that could happen in front of me. So I made a choice. And I'm sure there's many of you right here, right now, who's thinking or maybe is facing an intersection in your life where there's a choice to make. And I want to share with you the results of my choice. I believe 100% that my past, you know what? It enabled me to choose. I want you to, can you do me a favor, guys? Get a pen and paper, because there's going to be some things I want you to write down. So grab a pen and paper, and the very first thing I want you to write down is choose. It enabled me to choose who I am today. I believe 100%, no matter how awful my past or yours was or is, or what you're struggling with, we have a choice right here, right now, to make a difference and move in a different direction. So who am I today? That experience, first of all, I became the ambassador of change. How many of you struggle with change? Put your hands up. I want, come on guys, put your hands up and tell me, do you struggle with change? Or do you know somebody who struggles with change? Change is difficult, but imagine that in that promo video, I have helped launch or restructure over 3,100 companies. That's a lot of change. That's a lot of adaptability. I also all of that gave me this ability to really find my true calling, my mission, my purpose. And that was to create legacies for entrepreneurs. And by the way, who on this call considers himself to be an entrepreneur? If you are an entrepreneur or you are taking the steps to become an entrepreneur, I want you to say, hey, me, raise your hand, say me, put it in that chat, because it is the most empowering, amazing thing on the planet. And from that, I'm going to tell you guys something. It's just you and me. I'm going to tell you, when I was invited to speak at that conference, it was the International Association of Economic Development. And they approached me and they said, we want you to be our keynote speaker. And I was like, yes, okay. And then I looked at the other speakers. There were diplomats, economists, people from all over the world who are flying to Korea to talk about how to stabilize the economy all over the world. And I thought to myself, me? What in the world am I possibly going to have to say? And it wasn't, I don't know how many of you are in business with your spouse or how interactive they are in your business. My husband, he said, Audra, just ask them why you keep not wanting to go. And I was super humbled. The organization is actually owned by the Washington Times. And they had done some due diligence. And through me just doing what I love and creating legacies, it turned out that they had equated and found out that that equaled about 134,000 jobs that I had been able to help create by simply making other people's dreams come true. And you know what? I love it. I help them reach their goals, and I am totally 100% satisfied. And I also had the opportunity to be a wife, and I currently am, and a mother to 2 boys, 25 and 22. So I want to ask you, this world is so crazy, but I want to give you my definition of freedom. I am free because I am 100% accountable. 100% accountable for all my decisions. I do not use my past as an excuse, not my mother, not my father, not where I grew up, not where I went to school. I am free because I know that at the end of the day, I lay my head on that pillow. I go back in my day and I say, did I leave anything undone? Was I my authentic self? Did I believe and was I 100% ready to make the decision I did? And did I make that decision with every single thing in front of me and factor it? Absolutely. To me, I absolutely believe that there is no decision that is wrong except no decision at all. So I want to help everybody maybe with a little tip here. There are so many people out there who are just so worried about making that decision. Here's what I want to share. If you make that decision with everything in front of you and you look at it all, make that decision and move forward and you have that momentum, it is absolutely the right decision at that time. You might later be presented new data, new information, and find out, oh my goodness, maybe I should go this way. It wasn't that that decision was wrong, because at that time it was right. But now you are faced to make another next right decision. So here's what I want to ask you guys a question. Do you guys believe in energy? How many of you believe in energy? And it's so funny to ask this question because in India right now, they're celebrating the most amazing holiday, Diwali, and it is the Festival of Lights. So for those of you who are on the fence right now, I want to ask you, have you ever walked into a room and there was an argument, I guess that must have been happening. You didn't hear it, but you walked in and you felt it. You just felt something. There was this feeling and this energy. So what I want to do is I want to share with you something tonight that one of my grandmothers shared with me. She was maybe 4 foot nothing, Jewish grandmother. Honestly, her last name was Pisakov. She was so amazing. And she said to me, guys, got that pen and paper? I literally am going to tell you something that will change your life forever. She said, would you like to live the happiest life you could possibly ever live? Guys, I'm 8. Right? I have no idea what she's talking about, but I'm like, sure, that sounds great. Here's what she told me. She said, if you choose to leave your home, you have to make 3 random people smile before you go back home. I was 8. Honestly, I had no idea what she was talking about. It wasn't until I turned into a teenager, well, actually a young adult, where all of a sudden it like blew up in my brain. And I started going out, and 3 people became 6 people, became 12, became 24, became every single person that I interacted with. And it became so natural. It didn't matter their station in life. And I have been told that when I walk into a room, there is this like energy and there's this thing that draws people to me. And it all came from just that one simple thing that she told me, and it exploded in me. So, I believe that you can control your circle. You can control your energy. And I challenge each of you, join me. Join me in this mission and watch how everything changes around you. Even in a world that kind of looks like this. It is crazy. It is absolutely crazy out there. No matter how crazy the world seems, we can control it. Social distancing, politics, homeschooling, the list is going on and on and on. And we can, and I want you to say, I can. Through entrepreneurship, we can reboot this economy by focusing on 3 main areas of our community. The world has changed. How we're going to do this and how we're going to change the world, well, it's changed a little bit. I want to show you something that I just recently did. This might be the way that we are going to have to adapt and how we're going to reach out. Right now, there are hundreds of people from all over the world on this call. One day, hear me now, believe me later, our organization is going to look like this. A month ago, this was an event that I did in Korea, and it was televised all over the world. These are the kind of events now that we are doing. What is going to happen and how we're going to grow because of who we are and what we can be here in this organization. You know how we're going to do that? Well, first of all, I believe that you don't choose entrepreneurship. You don't. Entrepreneurship chooses you. It absolutely grabs a hold of you. This is why a lot of people around you, they won't understand your drive and your purpose. To thrive, you really need to reach down deep inside, and you need to align inside of you your force with your source and create that power base that just moves inside of you, that's formed from your life journey. Your purpose is simple. It is to live the highest expression of yourself. You are here for a reason. Do you believe that? If you believe that, you can move mountains. But you know what? By yourself, that's a lot of work. Together, we can make an impact. Okay, how many of you guys are feeling like this? Come on. Come on. How many of you guys are feeling that your world is kind of looking like this? There's all these balls up in the air that you are trying to juggle in this new world that we're living in. Here's the reality. You cannot catch all of those balls. You can't. So can we do something together? Can we choose to let go of maybe some of those relationships and those patterns in our life that no longer serve us. And also let go of those ones that don't allow you to serve them with integrity. Let go of unnecessary guilt and anxiety and surround yourself with those who see you, your true purpose, and want to help. And by the way, you are here in the right place at the right time with a tribe that will totally support you. So choose to let go of some of those balls. And here's the hardest one. And this is the kicker. Accept help. Help is not a weakness. Help is that light that comes in and it reignites your flame when maybe it's flickering a little bit. Accepting help is strength. It is wisdom. It is not weakness. Now, why the heck am I here? Why did I choose to take all of my life experiences and be here with you? Well, I fell in love with the vision. Now, there are so many things in this journey that has happened in the company. Can we start fresh? Can you put all that behind? And we want to start with clarity. We want transparency. We want open communication, and it starts with our vision. There are so many people out there in conversations I've heard where they're like, how do I explain what it is we do here? And I personally think it's very simple. We are a revolutionary direct sales platform that harnesses the power of a global referral network. And all we do is buy, try, and refer quality products that we love to people we care about. Guys, read that one more time because that's exciting. And these products and services are provided by small to mid-sized businesses worldwide inside of our marketplace. So let's kind of review what has happened in this organization. And this is exciting. We have accomplished a lot. And I am not here to sugarcoat anything. We have run into some unexpected surprises. And that is just the way that it is. But the reality also is that if it was easy, somebody else would have already done it, and they have not. It is hard to reboot this economy, and this is where you and us side by side are going to make a difference because we are creating something out of the box that will shift and change people's lives forever. And we are already getting mass momentum. We're open in 40 countries. I'm going to introduce you to 4 cores that is going to hopefully resonate with you beyond anything you've imagined. We also have a proven launch formula and a brand new thing that we are going to be delivering to everybody, which is called the rIgniter. Uh-oh, did I slip? The rIgniter is definitely coming out. This is something that is going to be phenomenal. It is going to help you build a business kind of like McDonald's. Think about it. People are like, why do people spend so much money on a McDonald's? There's a lot of answers to that. To me, it is the ability to have a proven system that's duplicatable, that every single one of those locations can open with the exact same quality, messaging, and that is what makes them so successful. Well, the rIgniter program is going to give you the ability to simply click, have this immersive experience in the comfort of your home, learn about our mission, all the things that we offer, make sure that you understand it by answering some questions, and then at the end, you'll get certified, earn badges. Woo! Man, I let the cat out of the bag on that one. Now, this is what's really, really exciting, is that all of these things are all tied together with the fact that we are going to make money by doing the right thing and giving people the things that they need based on their current life situation. We're not going to try to fit them into a product or a service or anything of that nature. we're going to have so much to offer in these 4 cores that when you speak to them, you have something for where they are. Whew. I don't know. To me, that was worth really focusing and spending the effort that I am going to be, which is diving into this. But here's the reality. To be a great company, you need to solve a direct problem. Every single business out there, they identified a problem and they said, I believe I can solve that problem, or I can help the people who have that and make their lives just a little bit easier. So let's talk about the 3 very specific areas that we're focused on in community segments. So you all here are called charter members, right? You are a direct sales powerhouse community that we have named charter members. Then the next area is basically the consumers. The consumers is what we call our fans. And our goal is to make them raving fans. The very last part that you might not have thought about in the organization is the entrepreneurs who have quality small to mid-sized businesses, and we call those our partners. So let's talk about those challenges in these 3 different areas, because again, to be an amazing company, we've got to know what we're dealing with. Let's talk about direct sales. Some of the challenges in direct sales is that there is this beautiful thing out there called entrepreneurship, and there are many ways to get there. One of the most powerful forces in the world is where we are right here. The direct sales industry is the most powerful entity on the world. And many people start their journey here due to the allure of personal and financial freedom, control, stature, the ability to not have somebody tell you your limitations and to bust through and go as far and as high as you want to go based on your personal efforts. Unfortunately, here's the problems, right? Many direct sales companies, they suffer from these challenges. And that is number 1, overpriced, low quality products. Confusing compensation plans. I look at this and guys, I respect you. You are amazing professionals. I don't know. Sometimes I look at the language and I'm like, what are they talking about? You lost me at hello, right? How about high product turnover? And even more, the lack of consumer trust. Well, guys, where has that left you? Where has that left this dynamic community and individuals like you? Well, many of us on this call maybe have felt like we've alienated the members and circles of influence and the social spheres that we have in our lives. And this leads to high turnover and a negative reputation around the most powerful force in the world. And we have to change that. Next segment. Let's talk about consumer challenges, our fans, right? Consumers struggle to find these quality products from trusted businesses that meet their unique needs in a crowded, non-personalized marketplace. Now, here is, as you can imagine, also a passion for me. And that is, do you know we can reboot this economy and be the heroes to small to mid-sized businesses? Many of those businesses are actually, I'm going to say, I would beg to differ, and I would make a bet that almost all of them have these challenges. Number 1, lack of quality leads, poor visibility, lack of marketing knowledge, lack of time, and a lack of budget. Think about it. Who do you know who owns a business that has not expressed this to you? This is where things get excited, guys. This is where you should start to be feeling a little bit warm under the collar, because we believe 100% direct salespeople, consumers, and business owners are all struggling due to the lack of faith, trust, misalignment of values, and the gap in society that is widening due to this over-isolation and the current global social issues. This is a market, this is a world that has been programmed for our company. So let's get into it. What is it that we solve for these three segments? Charter member, fans, and our partners. Here we go. Let's talk about what's most dear to all of us. And that is, we are redefining the direct sales industry. Okay, that is what we're here to do. How are we going to do that? Number one, we are going to offer unique products and services inside of our marketplace that will have high quality products, services that are requested by you, the charter member. Remember, it is called the participation marketplace. And by the end of this presentation, I hope you will see the power in your voice. Now, what is that going to do? It's going to improve consumer trust. Charter members are only going to offer items that they personally buy, try, and they refer to their loved ones. That is super, super powerful. And they're only going to refer them when it serves the needs of the person to whom they speak to. How about a straightforward compensation plan? Charter members, as you know, you are going to know exactly what you're going to be paid for going in and doing those three things: buy it, try it, and share it. It's that simple. This is going to decrease member turnover because you, the charter members, are incentivized to remain on because you are going to continue to earn through this amazing opportunity to go out there and share these things with other people and help other people reach their dreams, such as small and mid-sized businesses. Consumer-driven products and service offerings. Now, this is going to be awesome. Inside of this, we are going to provide products and services that the community is searching for, and we are going to align the company, the charter member, and the community in a whole different kind of buying experience and shopping experience. And we've basically solved the startup challenges, and that is by using our Igniter program. That's a 7-day immersion program that is really going to light this industry and our company on fire. So let's now talk about what that's going to do for fans. Well, first of all, they are going to re-engage us and have trust in our community because they're going to buy from our members because they are their community members. And those people bought it first, and they're going to refer it from their heart. And the most powerful thing on the planet is the conversion from direct referrals. And it's going to be backed by our brand. We have put together, and when you see what's going to happen, this next 30 days, guys, I'm just going to say, hold on. And this is not some hype in the air promise. It's done. There's a roadmap, and we are going to be giving you things all the time. And that is going to be backed by our quality assurance. We are solving the fan dilemmas. Fans are going to buy products from charter members because they are trusted members of their community who are using these products themselves and helping create the most ultimate referral source. So you guys are probably wondering, how in the heck does this participation marketplace even work? So let's actually dig down deep because this is super important. And this is where you're going to start writing some notes. So the very first thing that happens is that charter members are going to suggest products and services that they want to buy, try, and refer to their community and fans. Once you refer that, it's going, and by the way, do not get off this call because there is a link and we are going to start that journey together today. So you better not go anywhere. And make sure if you guys are doing this on your phone, you're going to want to have access to be able to click on a link. So make sure you got your video on. What's going to happen is once you refer it, it's going to go into our artificial intelligence, the technology that in the background has been being built. And through proprietary marketing algorithms, direct outreach, and digital marketing strategies, this is going to help us determine exactly what our community and their communities desire. Then once we get that data, our product procurement team is on the go. They're outsourcing that. The team goes out and they source these quality products from small to mid-sized businesses in the verticals of, get ready to write this down, health, wealth, finance, or I'm sorry, health and wellness, finance. These are things that are the core. So basically what we're going to introduce you to is 4 cores, and those are health, wealth, personal development, and business. You're going to hear it several times. So if you miss that, I'm going to repeat it. And then what's going to happen is, because of this data and because of what we've done, charter members in turn use the R marketplace and their dashboards to determine what products and services to offer their fans based on analytical data, not have them adjust their lives to fit our product. So I told you it would come up again. So here's our 4 cores of the ultimate life. And that is, we want to focus, as you can imagine, there are millions of products out there. Well, we have taken so much time with the leadership of our CEO and our amazing marketing and all of our executives and founders in this company. We narrowed it down. And inside of these 4 cores, there are 5 subcategories that we are going to actively go out and make sure that we source products for. Wow, guys, what makes us different? Well, our marketplace is a participation marketplace. So it is time to participate. So inside of the chat, support team, I hope you have that link that I had sent. Please at this point, put it in the chat. We are going to give you a survey. It's only going to take 3 minutes that we want you to actually do at the end of this call. And it is going to tell us which of those 4 cores are most important to you. And inside of those 4 cores, which of those 5 sections is most important to you? And here's the great thing, guys, it's a new day. This is our community, our world, and what we're going to do to change the world. So we are going to share those results with you. So again, our focus, health, wealth, personal development, and business. So here's what's amazing. We are supporting the entrepreneurial dream. Forget the products and the services and all the things we do, and think about what we're doing. Because the only way to reboot this economy is to embrace you as the entrepreneur and other people out there as well, and source the right things for the right reason. Our network makes it easy for both existing and new entrepreneurs to build businesses that will have a positive, an absolute positive impact on their lives, their families, and their communities. So let's dig down deep into this real quick. Let's go over quickly what we are doing for the small to mid-sized business and how you are the hero that they have been waiting for. Number 1 is, let's talk about, in those 5 challenges that I told you, how do we fix qualified leads? Well, think about it, guys. We have like 471,000 leads and charter members and fans and community involvement out there who are eagerly waiting. They want to buy, try, and share the products with others. And in return, we make it really simple. In return for buying, trying, and referring our partners' products, you are compensated and rewarded. Poor visibility. Our partners get in front of our members and their fan base by using dashboards and digital real estates, such as banners, emails, newsletters, all of these things with analytical tracking. Lack of marketing knowledge. I don't know how many entrepreneurs or small business owners you know, but most of them I know are stuck behind their computer trying to learn marketing, when the reality is, if they're not a marketing or ad agency, they shouldn't be learning marketing. They should be doing what we're doing right here. And that is infecting people with the passion of their business. So we are going to make sure that we do all the marketing for them and get them the visibility they need. And that's going to result in them getting back more time, and for you getting back more time to spend with your family. And lack of budget? Well, first of all, I don't believe there's ever a lack of budget in marketing, because if there is conversions, budget never matters. Think about that. So what are we going to do? We in our company are saying, you give us something quality that will change and add value to someone's life. We here in this organization as members are going to go out and we're going to refer that. So think about it this way, when you're thinking about that entrepreneurial business out there that might benefit from our community, you can empower them to have the largest sales force ever. And this sales force is going to go out and do what they do best. And that is going to provide the highest conversion rates possible. So who do you know? Who do you know out there who has products maybe that fit into our 4 cores and our 20 subcategories? So you can empower that business to reboot our economy, help change their lives, create legacies for them, and give them a dream team. Here is the actual numbers, guys. 92% of consumers trust referrals from people they know. 70% higher conversion rates are achieved from direct referrals. We are the most powerful force that could be in their lives. And that to me is super exciting. Here's what's also cool. What makes us different? How about reward bucks? How about the fact that we just get paid to share? And our community is one of the most dynamic communities on the planet. So here we go, wrapping this up. And the rNetwork global effect will be that we create financial freedom for our network by combining passion with quality products and reward the seller, the referrer, and the consumer, guys. It is a new day. We will change people's lives and do it with integrity, authenticity, and we are going to be the force and the voice that people are looking for. And one of the areas that I'm so passionate about is personal development. And we are about ready to release an amazing announcement inside of the personal development space that is going to make the money that you are paying for your membership seem ridiculous because of the value, even in just the personal development that you're going to be able to obtain and have in your life. So I want to challenge you. I want to ask you, join me. It is going to be a lot of work, but if it wasn't work, then we wouldn't appreciate it. We're going to make a difference. And if you join me, and in the next, well, I'm going to challenge you with money, with rewards. How's that? If you, between the 18th, which is today, well, in some countries it's different, the 18th to the 22nd. So in the next couple days, no matter where you are in the world tuning in right now, we are going to, on top of your current bonus program that you have, I am personally going to give you a gift as just my way of saying thank you for welcoming me into the community, and thank you to the leadership of this company who allowed me to do this. And we're going to give you 100 reward bucks that can be used towards the personal development programs that we are about to release. This is in addition to what you currently have going on. So go out there, share our mission and our vision, and let's really get people activated and start making a difference in this world. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the warm welcome and letting me be a part of this amazing mission that we're on. And don't forget, click on the link because your opinion absolutely matters. So, guys, I will turn it back to Trent.
Audra, thank you so much for making sense out of my cluttered mind. So it was so
wow.
You know, guys, and I'm going to share. I'm going to connect for a second. Many of you have been with us for a long time. Many of you guys may be first joiners. Audra and I have spent countless hours in a room together and bouncing things off each other. And she oftentimes is known for saying to me, Trent, this is what I heard. Is this what you mean? Right? And being able to provide so much clarity and string together my often chaotic thoughts into what she presented today. We've been working on it in the background for quite some time. Audra was actually involved before she took the C.O.O role, and helping myself and the rest of the executive team, Roger primarily, and myself, string together this vision strategy to a messaging platform, and on top of that, a roadmap that we could march to, right? And so, in front of the entire organization, I want to say thank you to Audra. I have worked, like I said in the past, I've worked with the very senior executives of very big organizations, some of the biggest in the world, and we are lucky to have you aboard. So thank you so much.
It is truly my honor.
Yep. So, some of the things that Audra touched on, I want to go back to a few of the things that she touched on, and that is when we look at the statements that she made and the connective tissue that we have between small and medium-sized businesses with extremely quality products. Those products are oftentimes less mass produced and have higher quality. And the only barrier is people do not know about the products. They don't have access to them. We as a community are that connective tissue. The other thing she commented on was about the entrepreneurial spirit of so many people and the ability to reboot the economy and the simplicity of a compensation plan. Audra is, again, not from the network marketing space.
It's 20 hours.
And so oftentimes she has this ability to say, well, how does that work, right? And it allows us to drill down and make sure things are transparent. It allows us to say, look, how do we take everything that is happening in the participation marketplace and make sure it is not only a benefit from a quality of life perspective, but also a benefit from a financial perspective to all those people that are helping us, that are helping build the community and referring people. In the beginning of the organization, we used to say the power is in the network. And I think that Audra has brought that full circle for us. The power is truly in the network, from referring businesses to referring people to generate financial freedom, a better quality of life for everyone that chooses to be involved. Whether it's a small and medium-sized business, or it's those people that are deciding that they want to be distributors, charter members, referrers for the network. So again, Audra, thanks for taking the chaos in my brain and drilling it down. I want to take a second to turn it over to, and I actually want to clarify one last point. The $100 in reward bucks that Audra asked for was not 100 total. It is $100 for every person you personally sponsor in the next, I believe it's 96 hours, if I did the math right. So it is, if someone is reactivated and re-engaged and they become active again, or you personally sponsor a new person, it's $100, 100 reward bucks per person that you personally enroll or reactivate. The importance of this that Audra also slid in there was that those reward bucks can also be used for personal development very near in the future, right? And that is, as you saw in the reel that we played for you, it's part of what Audra brings as the core in her background, is her ability to help people become the best of themselves. And that personal development and that growth in people's lives is so important to her as an individual. So she came to the organization and said, this is something I want to pioneer in the company. I know we've talked about personal development, but let me help you do it right. So again, $100, 100 reward bucks per person that you either reactivate or personally sponsor in the next 96 hours. From here, I'm going to kick it over to Mr. McKillip to go ahead.
Trent, thank you. And wow, Audra, I'm just like, every time I hear you, I'm just more amazed. I just love your flow. I love your energy. I love your languaging and how you do things. And when you look at all the messaging going on was, I get it, I hear it, thank you. Provided so much clarity tonight for so many different people. Thank you for that. You're a benefit to all of us in so many different ways. And for those of you that are with us tonight, thank you very much for making the time and the effort to be here. I know there's people here that are all over the globe. Those of you in India, we've talked about reward bucks are coming to India very soon, so stay tuned. We are excited about that as well. And I'm not going to take a whole bunch of time here because we've gone just over an hour, but I do want to mention just a couple of things, if I may, before we close down. I'm going to make it very quick. Here's what I would do. I would urge you to not wait for this business to be perfect, because the business will run by you. Right when you think it's perfect, the business will run by you. Always remember that a big business starts small. You've got creative visualization. You see, Audra, this other piece that comes in to what we're doing. We've talked about the marketplace, and she expanded more tonight about the opportunity there. And imagine, being able to support your community and having many of those companies on board with our marketplace, where now you're buying those products and or services locally, and you're getting paid on them. And when Audra talks about the participation marketplace, how we incentivize the fan and how we have them continue to come back. There's a lot of surprises, and there's a lot of very sticky points we have coming into play to share with you how we're going to continue to not just incentivize you, but incentivize that fan of yours also. We are one big team. Some of you may be in India, some of you may be in Sweden tonight, some of you may be in Africa or in the United States or in South America, Central America. It doesn't matter. We are one big team. It's a big world, but we're a small community. And what's important is the community. As we enrich one another, as we grow the community, if we're like-minded people, and as we grow, build, and develop. I believe we saw this company grow up tonight in a lot of different ways. And over the next few weeks, the next 3 or 4 weeks, you're going to see some announcements that Audra has talked about that has come to fruition. We have gone through summer. We have gone through the fall. We've gone so far to get to this point for the unveiling, the unmasking of the marketplace, and so many other things that are upon us in the final components, the final testing that is happening and going on that you are about to see. And finally, I would share with you that together, we are going to get to the top of the mountain, because we are one big team and we are one large community that will continue to grow and prosper. Everyone, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Have yourself a wonderful evening. Stay tuned. There's a lot more to come. And as our Audra and Trent talked about, you've got those promotions that are going on out there. Take advantage of them, earn some extra reward bucks. We've had people that have saved hundreds and thousands of dollars already just on traveling alone. Not thousands, but I mean, one person his first night saved $675 on a 4-day, 3-night trip. We had someone that went into the rental car on an 11-day trip. They saved $800 on the rental. Lots and lots of stories, people saving hundreds of dollars in booking of travel right now, just using the reward bucks. And then Audra lets out of the bag that now you can use reward bucks in the future for personal development. It's expanding, it's growing, it's like that web. Wait till you see what it turns into. Exciting times ahead. Everyone, have a wonderful evening. Appreciate you.
Hold on, Audra. Hold on.
So I just want to make sure, did we put the link to the survey?
Yes.
As we do this, I want to post it a couple more times even. So guys, your voice matters. I need you to fill out this survey. It literally is done in 3 minutes, and it means so much to have this done. So anyway, I just want to say again, thank you guys. Good night, good afternoon, and good evening, and good morning to everybody. So have a great day.
Facebook.
Everyone, thank you. Bye.
Facebook.
Good night.
Bye, guys.